Everybody pull out your jammers.
Pull out your jammers.
And your Reebok pumps. Because we're going to remember the 90s.
Remember the 90s. Wait, what?
What?
Are we going to remember the 90s?
No, we're going to remember the early 2000s or something.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about the Shrek ketchup.
Yeah, okay. So, we're like talking about what we could talk about on a podcast, and then
we're already out of ideas and
we're already out of ideas and washed. No, we're just tired because like
we just finished Shrek 2.
Yeah, but we only have a limited time to record all this stuff, and we're kind of jamming it all together, and we're just kind of whatever.
We're kind of shooting the ball.
Anyways, yeah. I was like, dude, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about some of the old foods they used to make and then stop making. And then Jack was like, what? I was like, yeah, we can talk about like...
Oh, yeah, wasn't it just green ketchup?
Yeah. It was green ketchup. They made purple ketchup, too. Did you see all the colors?
No.
Here, let me...
Like, was it just food coloring, or...
Yeah, it's nasty, but it's just food coloring.
Shrek
Colored...
ketchup. Shrek's dumbass face on it. Easy squirts.
Yeah, it was easy squirt. Let me find an image.
Was it Shrek sticker green? Oh, Shrek sticker offer.
There was
$6,000 for a bottle of this?
On eBay, yeah, this stuff's super expensive.
What? Okay, that's kind of something to talk about. Like... shit like that.
How much it's going for?
Well, no, just like... So, we also brought up the Super Mario cereal. So, like, I feel like the Super Mario cereal, it's obviously going to be, like, a limited time thing. I still haven't been able to find the Super Mario
They don't even
cereal.
have it in my town, and I have a big town.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how nasty that is.
Oh.
Purple ketchup on fries.
Was it just purple ketchup, or was it, like, was it tied in with something?
They just released a bunch of different colors. I don't know if this is fake or not.
The purple. Oh, well, that looks kind of pretty, but it's like when you actually realize what it is.
Yeah, if you hold on, let me turn my brightness up. Like those don't look bad. We're just showing a picture. It's like Heinz, and then it shows every color of the rainbow.
Uh-huh.
What's this even on?
Ew. That looks gross.
Oh, and then they had like a multicolor. I don't know. This stuff is... I always wanted it, and then
it's like...
I understand why my dad didn't get it for me now.
The thing about like... So it's like ketchup, but when you see... So when you see red, you think ketchup, right?
Yeah.
But when you see some French fries with some fucking purple sauce on it...
I wonder what that purple sauce
is. It was purple ketchup the whole time.
Probably.
When you see French fries with some purple stuff on there, you're like, you fucking put some grape juice on?
Yeah, it's like...
Like, you think, like, grape flavored or something.
Because you don't make brown mustard. You don't give somebody... Do you?
Yeah, brown mustard is a thing.
Mustard's yellow.
Yeah, but brown mustard
Oh, you're talking about, like, Dijon?
No. Well, I don't know.
Okay, here, let me change that. You don't make...
Yeah, brown mustard. It's not actually brown, but...
You don't make mustard black, then. Like, you don't make it
black
pink.
mustard.
You
don't pink mustard.
Yeah. Because it doesn't look right. Or we know what we like.
Yeah, so, like, the thing is, like, you see that purple ketchup on French fries, and, like, no matter how much you tell your brain that it's ketchup, it's one of those things where you're like,
Think about this as, like, a vegetable or beef. If you got a pound of beef and it was just the wrong color, like, name any green, orange.
Uh-huh.
That's no good. Or the same thing with, like, vegetables. Can you imagine biting into an apple and it's just green inside the apple, too?
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, oh, no. These are...
No. There's a special Heinz apple.
These are fun for the kids.
Yeah, what... I don't know, because, like, yeah, I do remember the multicolored ketchup. Like, now that you showed it to me and everything, and, like, I wanted it.
I wanted it so bad.
But it's like, now I understand why my parents wouldn't get it for me, because, like, that shit's gross.
I was too young to do the first round of Ecto Cooler to enjoy it.
Wait, one more thing about the ketchup thing.
Yeah.
So ketchup is like natively red, right?
Yeah, because tomato.
Yeah. So how do you go from red to green? If you put green food coloring in it, it's just gonna be like a gross red-green color.
It's probably just made with green tomatoes, or...
So are there purple tomatoes? What? So how do you go from red to... Well, I guess red and something...
You mix blue tomatoes in.
You know what I mean?
It's honestly probably hardly tomatoes by the time Heinz is done with it. If you make it homemade, it's red because of the tomatoes. Uh-huh. If you're making it at Heinz, you probably have to put in who knows what to keep it red.
Uh-huh. Go on, though. What were you saying?
Oh, I was too young for the Ecto Cooler the first time, but I remember the Wonder Years was talking about how good the Ecto Cooler was in an interview.
You got into Ecto Cooler because of Wonder Years. You got a Dreamcast just because it...
I wanted to.
Yeah, I guess.
Because last year I didn't buy anything for myself because I was cooped up in a apartment all year.
Uh-huh.
Like, all I bought for myself all year was New Leaf and the Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. I just got on this big thing where I was like, I want a system that I haven't played yet. And then I looked up the Darnold
the Darnold
Dreamcast, and I was like, heck yeah, I'll get one of them. So then but I went way too hard into it. When I buy something, like, I want it to be nice, so I always buy, like, I could have just bought a used one.
Yeah, but you bought like a really nice, almost new one.
Yeah.
You remember how much it was?
Was
it 3 digits?
No.
Okay, that's not that bad.
I mean, by the time I got everything, it was over 100.
Mm-hmm.
But just the system itself was only like
that
70.
new, because you got like a brand new controller, right?
Yeah, and then I got a used controller.
The brand new controller I understand, because like it's a controller. And new controllers are hard to get.
Oh, also, I don't know if this counts as a discontinued food or not. It was basically, because they still make stuff like it. It's a candy stick, and then you dip it in...
Fun Dip?
It's basically Fun Dip, except there's different versions of it where it's sour. They used to make them where it was Bob-ombs from Mario. Like, I'm sure you've seen all the little Bob-ombs I have around my house.
Yeah, that's what they were, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's, you would twist off the top of the bomb, and then you would lick it or suck it or whatever you want to do. And then you would put it, and inside of the bomb was just a bunch of powder. So it was like a Mario thing. Also, did you ever have Mario popsicles?
No, but what I did have is maybe I did, I don't know. I had this Mario like marshmallow lollipop thing.
Okay.
And I didn't eat it for the longest time. So I'm like, it's Mario. And so I kept it in this like little mini locker that I had for the longest time.
Then did it get all nasty?
Yeah, then just one day when I was older, I was like, you know what? I feel like fucking eating Mario.
Was this still good?
Yeah, it's marshmallow.
I suppose marshmallows just kind of get hard. They don't really go bad.
Yeah, exactly. But, so, Mario popsicles, what were they like?
It was just a dumb old popsicle, but I can't remember if the casing, I got it from the same place that I got the little bombs from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. I remember going up to the cashier like a year after they stopped carrying the bombs, and I was like, can you please get these bombs back? I buy one every time we come through here. Yeah. It was
yeah.
I don't know how I can explain to you what town it was. You've probably never been there. It's like a really small town, but they just had like a shop that sold that stuff.
What does it start with?
B, I think.
B?
Yeah, it's not the not the 1B, but it's
yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Either the casing of the popsicle was in the shape of a Mario character, or what I think what it actually was is that the inside. No, the casing was a normal popsicle, but the pole was like in the shape of a Mario figure. So you could make your own popsicles with it afterward. Mm-hmm. So it would come with one inside, and then you could press your own, and then you would eat it, and then it would have like Toad or Mario inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So it wasn't like the Sonic popsicles.
No.
Or ice cream where
yeah, or like the SpongeBob ones. With the gumball eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They still sell those.
Do they?
Yeah, we saw one. I forget where what we were doing, but we found it, and I was like, should I get that or should I not?
The kind of the SpongeBob one or the Sonic one?
SpongeBob.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff is like, I think they started making it because of its popularity again. Because remember, they stopped making Twinkies for a while?
Yeah, that was, the reason for that, though, is Hostess went out of business. They went bankrupt or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't like they stopped making them. And then I think, like, they brought them back.
Someone else picked them up.
Yeah. No, yeah, they do that a lot with stuff. And like, it's true with everything. Because, like, Furbies is a good example of that with toys.
Yeah.
And food is another example of it. I can't think of any foods that...
Well, there's like tons of cereals. You ever go to someone's, like, garage sale and they just have all their cereals lined up that they can't get rid of? Or chips is another one. There's
What?
Lay's. What?
Wait,
about the cereal or the Lay's?
people just sell cereal at garage sales?
Old boxes of it.
What?
I've seen it a couple times, and like what are like thrift shops or antique stores? They'll sell like old boxes of just Wheaties with a certain dude on them.
What?
The same way how they're
Really?
selling the same thing with they're selling the old Mario cereal.
I get... So there is there still cereal in there?
Yeah.
Weird. Like, that just seems like weird, but I guess like...
Yeah, it's not made to open up and eat. It's made to just keep as like an antique.
Uh-huh. I mean, I guess I guess I could see how people would want to like collect that shit.
Something that I always liked. I suppose now it's a guilty pleasure because
Mm-hmm.
but the Shamrock Shake at McDonald's is like the yearly thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they still do it. I haven't gotten in forever.
Yeah, I think they still do it.
But it's just a mint shake and it doesn't taste all that great. But like, I'd go get it every year, and yeah, it's the same thing with like eggnog. Like, it's terrible for you, but like every year I just gotta
Is
go get
eggnog
one.
terrible for you?
Yeah, eggnog's like stop your heart.
Really? What in it?
I don't know. It's just thick and full of sugar.
Oh, it's mostly the sugar.
Probably.
So it's like just as bad as like a
Probably
chocolate
is.
bar would be for
Yeah.
you or something.
It's just like a treat.
Mm-hmm.
But they have like all those flavors of chips where it'll be like Lay's does it every year, where they'll be like,
Well, yeah, that's like a contest.
yeah. Are there any of those that you like missed, or don't you even remember them?
I don't remember them. I just remember the chicken waffles one because basically like chicken waffles is a big thing in the South, I think.
Yeah, nobody's
So
ever heard
everybody
of it
everybody up here is like, what? The fucking dinner and breakfast in one chip?
here. In one chip. I want to get some chicken and waffle like in real.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just it's the same thing as probably because a waffle. What is waffle batter? It's just like
It's just pancake batter. It's just eggs and flour and sugar and spice and everything.
Do you
nice.
still put syrup on the waffles though when you do chicken and waffles?
I don't know.
Because
Because I've never had it.
Because the syrup, because like just like a dry waffle and chicken doesn't sound that bad, but if you put like actual like maple syrup on it, that's when I start to draw the line.
But, have you ever had a... Okay, here's another one. McDonald's used to give out honey. Dipping sauce, it was honey.
Oh, honey. Yeah.
It was for your chicken nuggets.
I got one for you. You remember that shawan?
Shawan. But do you remember that?
No.
Because chicken actually is like really good and like breaded chicken is really good in like sweet stuff. So if it did have syrup on it, I totally would still eat that.
Oh yes. It just syrup seems weird.
It sounds
Like
weird.
honey,
but it'd
I
probably
understand.
Be good.
Cause honey, let me tell you what.
Anything that goes like I suppose not anything, but anything that goes good with like barbecue sauce is usually good with like sweet stuff too.
Really? Because barbecue is like a more like spicy.
It's spicy and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet and zesty.
Sweet and zesty. You wanna know what used to be my favorite McDonald's sauce?
What?
The sweet and sour sauce.
The Szechuan.
The Szechuan sauce. The what sauce.
The what did you say now? What was your favorite?
The Szechuan sauce.
I totally didn't listen because I was too busy making the joke.
The sweet and sour sauce.
Oh yeah, I never really got that. I was just stuck with barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and barbecue sauce is generic, so I think my dad was like, let's try some of the sweet and sour sauce. So I was like, shit, yeah. And I tried it, and like every time we go to McDonald's, I'd be like, you better give me my fucking sweet sour. You better give me my Szechuan sauce.
You know when they did the Szechuan sauce, and they didn't have enough or whatever?
Uh-huh.
We were gonna go get some, but we called them up before. We're like, yo, you got any of that? And they're like, nah, dog, none came in.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, well, you know what? I haven't had any nuggies in a while. Let's go get some nuggies.
So you got some anyways?
Yeah, so we went up and got some anyways. And what they did have, they didn't get any of the other sauces, except they got Big Mac sauce, which was apparently a limited thing sometime. Mm-hmm. So they had a bunch of this Big Mac sauce, and we got it and dipped our nuggies in it. And it was like I don't know if it was sriracha Big Mac sauce or just spicy Big Mac sauce, but it was super good.
Mm-hmm. But sriracha sauce is so good.
Yeah. Isn't sriracha weird?
What do you mean weird?
The guy who made it, he never licensed it or whatever, copyrighted it, or I'm off with my terms. Whatever you have to do, trademark it.
Yeah.
He never did that, so...
On purpose, or...?
Yeah, on purpose. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was being a good guy or if he wanted free advertising, but either way, it worked.
But
so everybody can make... Anyone can make sriracha.
Apparently some people call it cock sauce.
What?
Yeah. Because apparently...
No, you're thinking of cocktail sauce.
No, because one of the most popular brands of it has a rooster on it. So it's kind of an American thing to call it cock sauce.
Cock sauce?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I've heard it before. Actually, I've heard it from Rick's dad before. He always calls it cock sauce.
Rick.
Yeah. But I don't know. When, because they did the Szechuan sauce, like forever ago. So when are they actually bringing it back again?
They did give a time. It was like going to be next year sometime, I think. Did you ever have Surge?
Yeah, I mean, it's back now.
Yeah, they brought it back because they were like, remember the 90s. Here's one that they haven't brought back. Did you ever have Vault?
Vault's still a thing.
Is Vault still a thing?
Yeah, it's just not that popular.
Remember they had Red Vault. Did you remember that?
Uh-huh, I remember Red Vault.
Because my dad worked supplying pop for a while.
Uh-huh. Sody pop?
Yeah, Sody pops. So I remember all that. I got like a bunch of like limited Sody pops and stuff, or like stuff that never hit the shelves because it was just test material that people would get to try or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That stuff was cool. I remember, of course I never got to have it, but they would send out beer A and beer B's.
Mm-hmm.
So like drink the beer and say which one's your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It'd just be like white text, like the Rampage Total Destruction,
yeah.
Where he's like, now try the other soda. It's a party in my mouth. It was just like that.
Uh-huh. So they actually do that?
Yeah, apparently. Of course, they didn't record them. That was just a...
Mm-hmm. And so you got to do it, or...?
No, because it was beer, so... It was a parents thing.
It's like me beer.
It's like me beer.
Do you remember the original Game Fuel?
Oh yeah, like I don't drink a lot of Sody pops now.
Neither do I.
But there was so much limited Mountain Dews.
Yeah, they still do a bunch of limited Mountain Dew. And
yeah.
Now I think they have like Christmas brew going right now.
What the heck do they put in that stuff? Is it all just the same thing with like different Kool-Aids thrown in it?
Pretty much. Like the original Game Fuel is just like cherry Kool-Aid, but
it's basically Code Red.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I used to drink lots of Code Red.
Yeah, so did I think.
Code Red was my favy, but then I was like, it doesn't make me feel good.
Uh-huh. God, Now that I'm older, honestly, thinking of Sody Pops, like, honestly makes me sick.
Yeah, like, when you're a kid, it's like...
Oh, it just makes your
super
teeth
good.
feel gross when you're drinking it, because it's just, like, fucking sugar, like...
Oh, do you remember coffee Coca-Cola?
No.
It was straight up Coca-Cola with coffee mixed in it, like...
That doesn't seem like it'd be good.
It wasn't. And then
Is it, like, fizzy coffee?
Yeah, it was bad. And then they had a...
Is it a recent thing, or...?
No, it was a while ago.
Oh,
I think it was called, like, Mocha Cola or Java Cola or something. Something
Mocha
dumb
Cola
like
is a clever name.
I feel like Mocha Cola's from something else, though.
Uh-huh.
And then they had Lime Coca-Cola. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that. I never had it.
It was kind of gross.
I remember they had Blackout Mountain Dew. It was like black Mountain Dew. It's probably just like the fucking leftover sludge they have at the end of the year.
You remember those black burgers we saw on the TV?
I still want to try one.
Where were they? Was it Burger King?
Yeah, it's Burger King.
They had like an all-black burger.
Yeah, it's like a big thing in Japan because it's like squid ink.
They don't actually put squid ink on ours, though, do they?
No, they don't.
And then we went to the Burger King after we went to was that after we went to the Wonder Years concert?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Went to a Wonder Years concert, and then we pulled up in the drive-thru, and it was like probably 4 a.m. or something.
It was really late.
And we're just like, you got any of them black burgers I saw on the TV? And they're just like, oh no, we don't have those. And I was like, I sound old, and then we just drove away or something.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No, we still got food.
Oh yeah, we did get food.
Uh-huh. God, now I want food. We're talking about food too much.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Food Cast.
The Food Cast, where we make you all hungry.
All hungry.
Or like cereal. Remember when tricks were shaped?
Yeah. What was... Do you think it was just to save cost, or...
No, it's because they were just for kids, so we can't see the shapes anymore.
That's one of my favorite...
That's a meme.
Uh-huh, yeah. That's one of my favorite things. I don't know. Because it was like, that's clever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of the other ones now.
How weird is it that they had Trix cereal and Trix yogurt? And they were both...
Do they still make Trix yogurt? And
I don't know.
Danimals?
Danimals.
Do you remember Danimals?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always liked why would you name something that I can't even say as an adult? Why would you name your product?
Danimals.
Daminals and Dominoes.
Yeah. Like Gogurt.
My favorite thing was yogurt drinks. I always loved those.
What?
Yogurt drinks. I think Trix even had them for a while. It's basically just runny yogurt that you drink.
Ew.
Which sounds gross, but it's super good. They still do make big jugs of it. It's like Yoj.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Did you ever have Rumba? Rumba?
You mean the thing that cleans my floor?
Yeah, it was an energy drink, but it was just orange juice. It was just canned orange juice with a bunch of added caffeine.
Yeah, Monster does something like that. They have like the same thing. It's just orange juice with caffeine in it.
It was just like I poured it because I was like, "What's this stuff look like?" It was like brown orange juice. It was super nasty
It's
looking.
gross. Did you try it?
Yeah, it tasted like orange juice.
Oh, I didn't like it. I think maybe because I tried the Monster version and
I had Rumba, which they don't make anymore.
But
I drank Monster before it was a thing. Like actually, that was one of the ones that we got
fucking
before it hit the shelves.
I used to be hard on Monster. Like
I always hated all like what are they just all conventional energy drinks. I've always hated them.
Uh-huh. I drank them because I worked at retail and I needed something to get my edge.
To get my edge. I always used coffee, which it's probably not any better for you.
I never liked coffee until recently. But now I've found out that I have a really low tolerance to caffeine. Like super low. Which sucks because
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I can do like a cup now and a cup later, and that's all I got.
Yeah, I can pretty much do 2 cups at the max. And it's like, well... But yeah, what are you scrolling through there?
I don't know. I searched discontinued foods, and now I'm just scrolling down.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I remember Yogos. You just scroll by that. Remember
Yogos?
those? Yeah, I remember those. They were like yogurt balls. Yeah.
They sound familiar, but I don't really.
I never
remember
had
anything
them, but
about
yeah, I
them.
remember Yogos. I'm gonna look out.
Oh, here's one that no one's gonna know about.
What?
My grandpa got me these things once. They probably honestly still make them, just probably not in the same brand.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa got me these things when I was a kid. It was a corn dog,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of a corn dog, it was a breakfast sausage,
Uh-huh.
and the breading was pancake batter.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a pancake with a sausage on a stick, and then you dip it in syrup instead of ketchup.
Yeah, they still make stuff like that.
I loved them as a kid. They were like my favorite thing in the world.
Okay, I got one, which is a fucking, like, holy shit. I can make a whole video about these things.
What are they?
Wonder Balls. You remember Wonder
What's
Balls?
a Wonder Ball?
Wonder Balls. You remember those?
Oh, it was basically like the Kinder Egg, but
Yeah, so it was a ball of chocolate.
I got one of those for Christmas once. I
and
think.
there was hard candy in the center. But the thinking about them now, they're fucking stupid because you see this big ball of chocolate, you bite into it, and there's a bunch of candy in there. What you're supposed to do is break it open, and
Yeah.
that's why they don't make them anymore. But I loved Wonder Balls. Every time we go to our local Kmart, I'd always have to get a Wonder Ball.
Yeah, the only time I ever had it was
And then the little
Christmas.
the hard candies were always themed to something.
like SpongeBob. That was
Yeah.
in the picture you showed me.
French toast concert is discontinued?
It must be. I still see it, so maybe it's like just hit the news or something, because it came up lots of times on this.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all that's about all the food I can think of right now. I'm sure there's more, but that's all I got. Unless you got anything more.
No, I'm just kind of looking through this.
No one else can see this, so it's boring.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is honestly a lot more fun than I remember.
No, this stuff's super cool to look at. Everybody, if you're listening to this and need something to do, just look it up and scroll through. Or just like old foods in general. Like, I know they still make Kool-Aid jammers, but it's not like you or me is gonna buy a Kool-Aid jammer anytime soon.
And somebody's like, "Fuck you."
I get Kool-Aid jammers every day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I got these Doritos once called Death Rain Doritos.
It's the edgiest
I
shit.
wonder if I can. Okay, I want to get off Google because it's distracting me. But Death Rain.
Oh, another big one that I don't really know about because I think it was like the 80s or something is Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah, it was clear Pepsi, and apparently it was like a huge deal. Like
I've never heard
super big
about that.
Mm-hmm. And people were like pretty pissed when they stopped making them.
Maybe it wasn't. Doesn't look like it was Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
It's Blair's Habanero Pepper Death Rain. Like, maybe it was just because I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember those. I ate them and they made me cry.
Really?
Yeah. Those were awful. Those are all the foods I can think of right now, though.
Oh, they don't make Altoids anymore?
I'm sure they make Altoids.
Yeah, Altoids is in here. Weird. Yeah, they have to make Altoids. Dude, Skippy's here? Come on now. They make Skippy still. I got a jar of Skippy in the fucking cupboard.
Yeah, it's just Google image. We probably scrolled down too far. That's all I got. How about you?
Oh,
Okay.
remember those? They were just like suckers or like something you'd like lick and stuff. But
Yeah.
They had drops. I don't know if they make them still.
Juicy Drop Pops?
Yeah, Juicy Drop Pops.
Yeah, they still play commercials for that.
Oh, really?
Okay, something we should talk about is
What?
old candy commercials.
Uh-huh.
Like, do you remember Airheads commercials?
Holy shit, that's weird. I was just about to bring that up.
I remember one very vividly. The kid like gets a really big head and then he goes home and his mom's like,
Yeah, that was all of them.
"What did you learn at school today?" And he says, "Never go west." What does that mean?
There's probably more context in the actual commercial.
Maybe it was just because I was a kid because I was missing the point, but like, what the heck? That was weird.
Never go west.
Never go west.
Like, what does that mean?
Or like the Simpsons Butterfinger commercials.
Yeah, those are really old though, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that was.
Oh,
I remember they did a second run with Butterfingers or something. I remember those ones.
Burger King had these fries that you had like just powdered cheese and you put them in there and then you shaked them.
Okay.
And then they were like cheesy fries, and they were a pretty big deal, and I got them, and then I had them. I'm like, wow, these are not that great.
It's probably like one of our towns has a place kind of like In-N-Out Burger.
Is it a local place?
Yeah, it's just a local place, but it's basically In-N-Out Burger for our. It's just one store. It has the same name as Mama Jack's first name. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you get a big thing of fries and they put cheese powder in it and you shake it. It's the same thing, and then you get a shake and.
Where is this place?
It's I'll tell you later.
In town?
No.
Oh, okay.
In our state.
In our state. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hope you're all hungry.
I think it was Burger King again, but someplace had chicken fries.
Yeah, Burger King did chicken fries.
Yeah.
Burger King did a lot of cool stuff, I think.
Yeah, but so Burger King's so weird because like yeah, they're big, but they're one of the ones you hear the least about.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What was that all about? It looked like
I thought of something.
What?
Remember Captain Crunch when he went to Taco Bell?
No. What?
You're the one who taught me about that. Captain Crunch, they had like
Yeah.
Captain Crunch bites at Taco Bell. And like
Now I remember.
I remember like I was on a road trip and I was just like out of it. And whoever I was with, I was like I saw the Taco Bell and I like I had this thing off in my head. I was like, we were all tired. We all want to get home. I was like, you gotta stop at this Taco Bell.
So I gotta see a fucking Captain Crunches there.
And when I got the Captain Crunch bites.
What were they?
They were just awful. It was just like if you took Captain Crunch and like crunched it all up times me Captain.
Uh-huh.
And then you grabbed a little ball of frosting and you like rolled it.
Yeah.
And then you got it wet and then rolled it so that you could keep rolling more crunch on it.
So is this crunchy frosting?
Basically, it was just a little crunch bite. It wasn't awful, but it was like a little bit underwhelming.
They don't do that anymore in Captain Crunch commercial, I don't think. Crunchitize me, Captain.
They don't have cereal commercials as much as they used to.
What are you talking about? Wednesday took my car!
Wednesday took my car!
Yeah.
But just in general, it's not like as they'll like group them together like that.
Yeah, because
they still do Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-hmm.
They still do.
Remember the Cocoa Puff bird lost his clothes and it was weird?
Yeah.
He used to wear a shirt or something.
Yeah, redesigns of cereal characters. Remember Cookie Crisp redesign?
God, I was just gonna mention that. You fucking mention it first. That was the most surreal one because like he started out as just a chill dog, like Cookie Crisp is healthy for you, and then they fucking changed it into Cookie Crisp. I'm gonna fucking kill you for some Cookie
kill these kids.
Like he would come up with like rockets and shit. And,
yeah.
Like,
he was. They're trying to do Wile E. Coyote. I get it, but it was weird.
Like I miss he was just like a pug or something before, and he was just like, hey kids, I like Cookie Crisp, and it's good full of calcium for your strong bones. And then his like nephew took over. He's like, okay, nephew.
I like the one where he plays the cookie on the radio tower.
Yeah, that was the old one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, what? He's playing a cookie?
Look at how cool this guy is.
Whoops. Look how cool this guy is.
But they used to have commercials for like the smaller things too, and now I feel like it's the new cereals will have by the way, I pronounced cereal wrong a lot. I learned it wrong when I was a kid. They'll have commercials for newer cereals, but then they kind of go away, and then it's just like the big ones that get cereal commercials. Like, when's the last time you saw a Rice Krispies commercial? Or I feel like they just assume you're gonna get them, so they don't need to.
Rice Krispies is like they've cemented themselves into American culture where you don't
need to see a commercial for
everybody knows Snap Crackle Pop, right? Rice Krispies,
Bran Flakes, bold new flavor,
or Smack'ems.
You're talking about that to me like the gold. What are they? They're like
golden. Here he is, right here.
The Golden Graham Bear.
Fucking wife beater ass Golden Graham Bear. I don't even know what his name is, but he's like talking about gold diggers and stuff. Fucking Golden Graham the Bear. Jesus Christ. What a guy. What a player.
They probably realized how silly they were, and that's why they don't do them as much.
What is this?
Big Mix?
What is this?
That's it looks like Bowser. It's a mix between
Is that real?
Okay, look up Kellogg's Big Mix. Oh, I get it. It's a mix between all their...
Yeah. Is it real though?
That seems like something that would be out for like a couple weeks
Limited
before
time.
they take it down.
Fucking Kellogg's Big Mix. He made an abomination of a cereal mascot. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Lucky Charms used to be a wizard, not a whatchamacallit.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't... Another thing is when they shift over to 3D, it's weird. I don't remember that at all.
It's like 60s. That's like way before our time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, I don't know, for some reason, Toucan's... Okay.
Yeah.
You got a story?
Yeah.
I have not forgotten to this day. Like, I still hold a grudge against my dad for this. It's fucking ridiculous. So, I was like 8 or something at the time. My dad was going grocery shopping, and we were all out of cereal. So, because I ate cereal before school every morning, he's like, "Hey, I'm going grocery shopping. What kind of cereal you want?" And I wanted Fruit Loops, but I couldn't think of the name Fruit Loops. So I was like, "Oh, I can't remember. Get the one with the bird on it." So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some Fruit Loops." He fucking brings back cornflakes with the... Have you seen cornflakes with the rooster on it? It's like, God damn it.
Why would you... Why would you think a kid wants cornflakes? Like an adult that knows what cornflakes are. Did he do it as a joke to goof on you?
No.
That seems like something he would do.
But I just find it funny now because I was like actually really upset.
Did you ever swear at your parents when you were mad at them?
No, I swear now. I swear, man.
No, like when you were a kid, when it wasn't okay.
Oh.
Because I got a story.
During my edgy like teenager
Like before
years.
you knew what the words meant.
Maybe I wouldn't remember.
Okay, I got a story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there was a neighbor kid. He was in our grade, but he wasn't. He was only my friend because like he lived close to me. He was kind of a goofball.
Was he the guy who living in the woods?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was in our grade.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, so he came over and my dad made Crystal Light instead of Kool-Aid. So I had it. And then like I didn't understand like
swear words?
Yeah, and it isn't really a swear word so much, but I was like, what the hell is this? But I was like probably preschool.
What the hell is this?
Just imagine little Levi drinks the Crystal Light.
What'd your dad say?
He doesn't care. But I think my mom was like, don't say that.
Look at this Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch is always way too smug. I love Captain Crunch. He's my favorite.
Uh-huh.
I wish he had more commercials.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a really... I don't remember the actual commercials all that much. I just remember Crunchitize Me, Captain.
Yeah, the kids would be like, Crunchitize Me, Captain.
But, like, I don't remember, like, a plot line. Like, I remember, like, the Cookie Crisp guy.
There wasn't really
a radio
plot line. We haven't talked about, Handsome Hector.
Handsome Hector.
What's his name again?
I think it was Handsome Hector.
Handsome Hector.
Yeah.
In the honeycomb or honey nut Cheerios.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the villain from Captain Crunch.
No, we wrote a song about Captain Crunch.
Yeah, what's the villain's name?
Jean Lafoot.
Yeah, Jean Lafoot.
He's always after the captain's
recipe. Is that what the bee's
recipe.
name from Honey Nut Cheerios is?
Yeah, because they're on a train.
His name's Handsome.
He was like...
Oh, you're not talking about the main bee. You're talking about the side character.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm going to get all the delicious honey.
I'm going to get all the delicious honey. Did Joe make a thing about that?
Yeah, because Joe's always like, the delicious honey.
I'm going to get all the delicious honey.
How did we ever figure out what that was from? Did he like make a PSA or did we figure it out ourselves?
We figured it out ourselves because the commercial was airing at the time.
Oh, okay.
So like we would have seen Look at all the delicious honey.
Then we didn't shut up about that for like a month.
Oh, that was a weird time where like Joe did a lot of our inside jokes.
Yeah.
And we're like, what?
We're like, is he secretly our friend?
Also, we're talking about Yukino Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yukino Joe's like our fucking
He'd always make jokes that like somehow fit into our inside jokes somehow. And we're like, what is this?
Is Joe secretly like one of our like...
One of our group?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Joe, if you're watching this...
Hey, buddy.
I'd like to be friends, please.
Yeah.
Please.
You got anything else?
Huh? I don't know. I like looking through this shit. Like I'm just looking through old cereal mascots. There's Gene LaFoot.
Gene LaFoot is a pirate on the sea.
Dude, they're like friends here.
Always after the captain's recipe.
Was that the thing with Captain Crunch? He had like a secret recipe?
Yeah. Yeah, remember we wrote a song about it, Jack?
Yeah.
You don't still have that, do you?
Yeah, I still have it.
Do you still have that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I think I have it on my phone.
So it wouldn't be easy to put it into the podcast, would it?
I mean, we could.
If we wanted
If
to.
we really wanted to. We could.
Maybe we shouldn't.
I don't know. It's up to you.
That might be embarrassing because it's really old. No promises. Jack, if it's embarrassing, don't put it in. If it's still pretty funny, put it in.
Alright. I honestly don't remember it that much.
It's probably super embarrassing, like Chimmy Break. Chimmy Break was our other song. We wrote it about eating chimichangas. We're like Weird Al. All our songs we wrote were about food.
Are a lot of his about food?
Weird Al? Yeah, that's his thing.
Huh. I never knew that. I guess it is. Like, eat it. And...
Yeah.
God, you just blew my mind. I never thought of that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Dude, how's the Kool-Aid guy doing? Is he still got commercials?
Yeah, he's a puppet now, though. He's not like...
What? Really?
Yeah. He's a big guy in a suit now.
Oh, they still did that back in the day, though. They kind of swapped between the two.
Yeah.
Between 2D animated and...
Remember you could cut out the little tops and get some Kool-Aid merch?
No, I don't remember that. Because I don't think I got Kool-Aid that much.
You'd cut off the little squares and you'd send it in. And they'd send you like a kite with the Kool-Aid man's face. I have one of those. Or like a plushy Kool-Aid guy.
I've seen your Kool-Aid man kite. Do you know kids dye their hair with Kool-Aid now? So it's like, what do you think that does to your
Kids
innards?
these days.
Kids these days. Like, what does that do to your innards?
I don't know.
I don't want to think about it. Alright, I mean, I think that's all I got.
That's all I got. I'm out of stuff to say.
Oh, one more thing. What's the actual deal with Fruity Pebbles? So
Why are they Barney? Or is that what you're gonna say?
No. So I'm gonna assume Fruity Pebbles was started during the 60s or whatever when the Flintstones was relevant. But it's 2017 and they still have the Flintstones as the mascots and it's still running.
Yeah.
Like why is it still a cereal? I've never understood because
why don't they change the mascot, you're asking?
The only reason why the Flintstones are even still... Well, I don't want to say the only reason why they're still relevant, but it's just weird.
They probably... Since there's no other cereal like that, is probably why.
There's plenty of cereals like that.
But I mean, that was the first at the time.
I guess.
So it's like when they make Mario cereal, they're just copying...
It's just
Lucky Charms with flavors in it.
Mm-hmm.
That their thing is like they probably made it based off the show and then it got really big.
Remember this fucking abomination?
The honeycomb guy. Everybody, if you haven't seen him, if you remember him, good for you. If you haven't, go look up a honeycomb commercial.
Does he have a name?
He's just the honeycomb guy. They're an acid trip.
Yeah, they're so fucking weird. Yeah, they're like a squirrel or something.
Yeah. Back in the days when
God, he reminds me of Crazy Frog.
he's like Scrat. Yeah, it's like back in the days when those characters were cool, like Minions or the the scat guy or the dude who eats the cookie on Over the Hedge.
Uh-huh. Huh, weird. Yeah, I completely forgot about that guy. Anyways, is that it for this one?
Hope we made you hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat because it's like late.
Yeah.
That's probably not good for you. All right, we'll see you.
All right, bye.
Bye.